Hello, everybody. My name is Lush Eisner, and welcome to the Canadian Money Talk, the channel about Canadian investing and personal finance. Please like and subscribe. I record 2 videos per week, so make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified each time one comes out. This is my thoughts on market happenings for the week ending December 30th, 2022. Looking at the market indexes for the week, the TSX and Nasdaq were down. The S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Russell 2000 were up for the volatile week. Gold and oil were up. For the year, oil and gold were up. All of the other stock indexes were down. Looking at Canada for this holiday shortened week, we had a Canadian GDP result from September to October, and it grew 0.1% as expected. And year over year from the previous October, it was 3.1%, also as forecast. This is keeping Canada solidly out of a recession, even though the month to month indicates the economy is slowing down lately. Turning to the U.S. economy expanded 3.2% in the third quarter, and the Commerce Department also said that there would be further upward revisions of data reflecting stronger consumer spending and investment than earlier estimated. The world's biggest economy grew for the first time this year in the July to September period after 2 quarters of contraction that worsened recession fears. On the downside, there have been 150,000 tech industry layoffs already in 2022, and Tesla is warning its employees that a new wave is coming in the new year. The tech workers seem to have little trouble finding new jobs, however, because of the low unemployment and lots of jobs openings. 71% of tech workers laid off are able to find a new job within 3 months in the US. There is also a forecast of the doubling of bankruptcy filings by U.S. companies in 2023, going from 2.3% in 2022 to 4.9% in 2023. Now for some bits and pieces. China is continuing to head away from the zero COVID policy by scrapping inbound quarantine rules. Come January 8th, travelers arriving in China's mainland will no longer have to quarantine. On that same date, Chinese officials also plan to stop tracking close COVID contacts, halt risk area designation, and end measures that hamstrung imports. Chinese citizens will also soon be able to travel overseas, officials said. While these swift changes have lifted optimism in markets, including the oil trade, China finds itself contending with a jump in infections that's straining the country's health system. A Chinese reopening would increase oil prices by $5 to $7 per barrel, so China's reopening will be the big story for oil in 2023. However, there are stories of hospitals becoming overwhelmed once again, but actual data is limited and controlled by the government. With infections exploding in China, Japan said it would start requiring negative tests for travelers from mainland China at the end of this week. US and Taiwan will implement similar requirements. The good news on the inflation front is that there is lower inflation trend throughout the world, whether because a few economies may have drifted into recession as consumer spending slows. There is also the lowering demand causing commodity and energy prices to come down due to recession or China closures. Overall, goods prices have slowed their rise as well, thanks to the supply chains getting back up to speed. Shipping costs have declined 40% year over year, signaling the supply chains normalizing. Semiconductors, for example, have gone from a shortage to a glut, lowering prices. The central banks throughout the world may not have to raise rates as much or as long, according to JP Morgan projections. Turning to next week, there's still a few companies reporting next week. On Thursday, we have Constellation Brands, which is an alcohol producer, and Walgreens, which is a pharmacy. Economic events next week. On Tuesday, we have manufacturing index in US and Canada. Thursday is US jobless claims and oil inventories. And Friday, we have US and Canada unemployment rates. That concludes my thoughts for the week. This is the last video for 2022. I will wish everybody a happy new year and hopefully a more successful 2023, at least in the stock market. If you have any requests on what you would like me to cover in future videos, please put that into the comment section. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and may you have a profitable day.